Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here, and not only was the Avengers released this week, but today is none other than Free Comic Book Day, one of my favorite days of the year. Okay, well, basically, for those who don't know, Free Comic Book Day is a day for comic publishers to just give out a free comic for free. You know, it's good for business, it helps promote them. It's just basically saying, hey, we got free comics. You know, because people love free stuff. Never underestimate the power of free stuff. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, my first free comic is from Bongo Comics. Bongo mostly publishes Simpsons comics and stuff. That's the reason I got this, and it's basically a short story about how Homer, Barney, Lenny, and Carl were Springfield's Bear Patrol. And for some strange reason, this is something that you'll notice with some issues of Free Comic Book Day, but you flip it over and you get another comic. In this case, SpongeBob SquarePants. I really got this for Bongo, not SpongeBob, because, well, when I was younger, I liked SpongeBob. Now, I find him kind of annoying and played out. So, really, but if you like The Simpsons, I would definitely recommend the Bongo comic, just to give it a try if you like The Simpsons and you've never really tried any of their comics. Well, some of the Simpsons comics are pretty good, so I would recommend checking out the Bongo Free-for-All in case you're interested. Okay, next up is from Image Comics, and Image just turned 20 this year. Yay for them. And they've gone the route of showing previews for current and upcoming series, such as this issue basically just has 3 or 4 pages of upcoming issues just to give readers a taste of this is going to happen, and it's kind of a sneak preview. And so far, the series Guarding the Globe, which is a spin-off of Invincible, it kind of has me a little interested, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to give the series a try yet. But still, if you are an Image fan, I would definitely recommend this for Image fans, because this does give you a preview of what kind of stuff they're going to produce. Alright, here's something that, this is by Red 5 Comics, and this is a series that has gotten a lot of positive reviews. I've heard people recommending it, but I've never really given it a try, but luckily they were giving it away on Free Comic Book Day. Atomic Robo. Basically, Atomic Robo was a robot built in the 1920s, and now he's pretty much leading this agency that deals with all the unknown and strange cases of the world and stuff. It's a very I want to say this is something that I've never actually. This is definitely something that's what's the right word? I want to say new to me. It sounds great, and I did read it. I read it, and it was very fun, and I liked it. And I might have to give the first volume of this series a try, because it is very interesting. And also, there are 2 other series, Neozoic and Bonnie Last, that are also previews in here, but the main focus of this book is Atomic Robo. And it is very good. I would recommend getting the Atomic Robo freebie. Alright, next up, from Dark Horse, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, free. I started watching for the past few months. I've been watching all 7 seasons of Buffy, and this does tie into season 9, so it is a little confusing, but it's also pretty fun. But it's also a short story. It's pretty fun. It basically involves Spike and Buffy in space, and apparently Spike is now ruler of termite aliens, and apparently one of the termite aliens has been turned into a vampire, and it is kind of hard to pick up if you've just seen the TV show and you haven't read Season 8 or Season 9 at all. I really need to start. I'm probably going to start reading that next month, Season 8 of Buffy. But it's still a very nice thing. If you're a Buffy fan, I would recommend this, because it's pretty great. A little confusing, but still, it's alright. Okay, next up, another Dark Horse freebie that features 2 things I love: Star Wars and Firefly. Or, in this case, it's entitled Serenity, but still the same thing. So, Star Wars, we get a story about Han Solo and Chewbacca. And for the Serenity comic, we get a story about Captain Malcolm Reynolds. Very great. I love... If you love one or both of these series, I would definitely recommend picking this up. I mean, it's free, so it's free and it's also very fun. If you like the story for Star Wars is Han Solo and Chewbacca, so there's some good news. And well, Serenity, the crew is featured a little, but it's mostly a focus on Malcolm Reynolds. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Plus, this is a sweet cover for the Serenity comic. Okay, moving right along to Marvel. Marvel. I don't know. I'm not completely disappointed in Marvel. It's a little. I don't know. Well, for one thing, Marvel, for their free comic, they really released a reprint of Avengers 12.1. Yeah, I'm not even so sure. I mean, if you've read this, you don't have to pick it up. You really don't. It's just a reprint of a .1 issue, so, if you've been reading Avengers, you can skip it, but still, it's free if you want to check it out. It's really no cost to you. Another thing that Marvel did do, though, for Free Comic Book Day that was very smart, that I think was also pretty smart, was they released a preview, like an 8-page preview to Spider-Man Season 1, which is supposed to come out next week. Next week. This is very nice. I already ordered my copy of Spider-Man Season 1, and this is a heavier preview than what you're used to, because this pretty much summarizes Peter's morning up until the spider bite, then the spider bite, then a few hours afterwards, and it ends right when Peter sees the ad on TV to, wrestle Crusher Hogan and win money. So, yeah, and so far from the preview, I have a good feeling about Spider-Man Season 1. If you are going to get this book, I would recommend getting the preview, though, just to be sure, just to give you a taste of what's going to happen. If you're on the fence about buying the book, then I would recommend getting the preview as well, just that it can help lead you in the right direction about what to do. And finally, DC. DC created DC's free comic gives you more background on Pandora. And apparently, yes, she is related to Pandora's box. Basically, the 7 Council of Gods, which I think are the gods that give their powers to Shazam, they basically tried 3 humans who are pretty much the biggest sinners in the world, and one of them was turned into the Phantom Stranger. The other one is apparently the new universe's version of the Question, I think. I don't know, his face was gone, so I'm just assuming it's the Question. And third, we have Pandora, who, as you guessed it, opened Pandora's box, released all the evil into the world, and she was punished. Now Pandora has returned, and she's pretty much broken into the government's big warehouse of dangerous magical objects called the Black Room, and she's stolen back her object called Pandora's box. And she's saying that she has to do something to get her forgiveness, even if it means the end of the Justice League. And we cut to a sneak preview of a future Justice League story, where apparently tons of Leaguers are going at it with each other, and it's a tease for something that Jeff Johns is going to write called the Trinity Wars. Another thing I want to point out with the whole preview for the Trinity Wars is it does feature the expanded roster of the League, and it also involves who else? Oh yeah, there's a new Green Lantern in it. I think it might be John Stewart, but it's not Hal Jordan that's going to be involved in this story. I think it's definitely going to deal with what's going on in the present with Hal currently being Hal's situation right now in the Green Lantern book, but alright, well, basically, it does give us some more. It's great that DC did this. It gives us more background to Pandora and what her role will be, and basically she's going to be behind this whole Trinity Wars thing because it shows Batman trying to protect Pandora's box from everyone else. So, and I counted the number of heroes involved in it, and there's about 15. So if the name the Trinity Wars probably implies that there's going to be 5 teams, each consisting of 3 heroes, and they're all going to try to get the box for whatever reason they want. My guess is some want to destroy it, some want to open it, some want to do whatever with it. And, well, that's Free Comic Book Day. Again, the thing is with free comics is you can't really say whether or not to pick them up because, well, they're all free. However, most stores are will probably have a limit on the number of free comics you can get. When I went to the store today, they had a limit of 10. But, that was a good number, though, because they definitely had an abundance of the books. And luckily I was able to get all the freebies that I wanted, plus a few extra, like Atomic Robo and Buffy and Bongo. So, again, all these books were free, so, you have the option of whether or not you want to pick them up, and they won't cost you a thing to get them. So, yeah, that's Free Comic Book Day 2012. I'd say it was a very great Free Comic Book Day. And good timing, though, especially with the week of the Avengers, because that's great. And that's all I have to say for now. Spider-Man 1991 saying, see you later.